At night, inside a quiet roadside diner, rain lightly taps against the windows while tired customers quietly eat their meals. That is when a man named Charlie walks in. The moment he enters, something about him already feels unsettling. He does not look drunk or angry, but the way he calmly stares at people makes him feel dangerous, almost like a predator studying everyone around him. A waitress named Anna walks over to take his order. Charlie keeps staring at her with an uncomfortable smile before asking her to sit down with him. Anna politely refuses because she does not know him. Charlie keeps smiling and tells her they can talk and get to know each other, but Anna immediately senses something strange about him. She quickly places his coffee on the table and walks away. The creepy part is that he barely blinks. It almost feels like he is imagining violent things inside his head while sitting there peacefully. A little later, Anna finishes her shift and closes the diner for the night. As she steps outside, she notices Charlie standing near the parking lot smoking a cigarette beside his truck. The second she sees him, her instincts tell her something is wrong. At first, she tries to ignore him and keeps walking toward her car, but Charlie suddenly steps in front of her and offers her a cigarette. Anna refuses and walks faster, but Charlie starts following her. Fear slowly begins building inside her. She finally turns around and asks what he wants. Charlie casually claims he is only walking toward his truck, but Anna no longer trusts him. She secretly pulls pepper spray from her purse and tells him to keep walking. For a second, it actually seems like Charlie is leaving, but then he suddenly turns around, pulls out a gun, and points it directly at her face. Anna freezes in terror. Charlie forces her into his truck while she desperately begs him not to hurt her. She tells him she has a daughter waiting for her at home. Charlie barely reacts. Instead, he creepily asks if she has ever been with a handsome guy like him before. Anna quickly realizes he enjoys fear, so she tries manipulating him emotionally by pretending she likes him. She tells him they can go on a date tomorrow if he lets her go tonight. For a moment, Charlie almost seems emotionally affected by her words. It is one of the first hints that beneath all his violence, there may be something deeply broken inside him psychologically. But then, without warning, he shoots Anna in the stomach. Everything suddenly changes. Charlie instantly finds himself back inside the diner 1 hour earlier. At first, he cannot process what just happened. Anna is alive again, peacefully working inside the diner as if nothing happened. Charlie genuinely looks terrified now because even he does not understand what is happening. The movie immediately creates a disturbing mystery here because Charlie is not just a killer anymore. Now he's trapped inside something impossible. He walks outside, trying to calm himself down, but when he re-enters the diner, every customer is sitting in the exact same place again. They are repeating the same conversations word for word. Anna walks over and asks for his order exactly like before. Charlie nervously asks her what day and time it is. When she answers, his face goes pale because everything truly reset. He even asks Anna if she remembers him, but she looks confused and says they have never met. At this point, Charlie begins questioning reality itself. One disturbing theory the movie quietly suggests is that this may not actually be time travel. It could be some kind of psychological punishment designed specifically for him. Charlie tries speaking to a quiet man sitting nearby, but the man completely ignores him as if Charlie does not even exist. Later that night, the exact same events happen again. Anna leaves work. Charlie follows her, pulls out the gun, forces her into the truck, and kills her. Then the loop resets again. This is where Charlie finally starts losing his mind. He storms into the diner screaming that everyone is messing with him. He becomes convinced Anna somehow survived the shooting and is pretending nothing happened. In desperation, he points his gun at her and demands to see her stomach wound. But Anna is completely unharmed. The customers panic, believing Charlie is insane. One man pulls out a gun and shoots Charlie dead. The second Charlie dies, the loop restarts again. Now Charlie understands the horrifying truth. He is trapped. No matter what he does, he always returns to the diner. At first, he tries escaping town in his truck, but the loop keeps resetting. Then he starts becoming violent out of frustration. He kills customers, threatens people, destroys the diner, and even commits suicide multiple times. Nothing works. The terrifying part is that the loop slowly removes all consequences from Charlie's mind. Since nobody stays dead after resets, he begins treating human lives like toys inside a game. It feels like the loop is exposing who he truly is deep inside. Eventually, Charlie starts memorizing every detail. He knows exactly what everyone will say before they say it. He knows who enters the bathroom first, which couples are cheating, and which customers carry guns. One loop changes everything. Charlie secretly murders one of the nurses inside the restroom before the reset happens. But this time, the loop does not restart immediately. For the first time, Charlie realizes his actions can actually alter the pattern. He panics and hides the body inside a laundry cart. But now the situation becomes far darker because Charlie begins learning how to manipulate the loop itself. It almost feels like the simulation is evolving along with his behavior. Soon Charlie starts using people's secrets against them. He terrifies a cheating couple by pretending their spouses hired him to kill them. He manipulates frightened customers and toys with them emotionally before murdering them. One horrifying scene shows Charlie slaughtering nearly everyone inside the diner simply because he is bored. By this point, the loop has completely destroyed his humanity. And yet, every single time, the diner resets. The movie becomes deeply psychological here because Charlie slowly realizes that endless violence is not satisfying him anymore. The loop forces him to confront something terrifying. Even after getting unlimited freedom to hurt people, he still feels empty. One person especially stands out during these loops, the quiet man named David. For a long time, David ignores Charlie completely. But eventually, after countless loops, David finally speaks. This moment feels incredibly important because it almost feels like David has been observing Charlie the entire time. Charlie asks how to escape. David calmly replies that Charlie has been killing too loudly. He tells him to try doing it quietly instead. Charlie follows his advice and silently snaps people's necks one by one inside the diner. The scene becomes extremely disturbing because Charlie now kills people with total emotional emptiness. Yet even after murdering everyone silently, the loop still resets. For the first time, Charlie looks emotionally broken instead of angry. Then another mysterious figure appears inside the diner, a priest. The priest calmly asks Charlie what he has learned. Charlie finally admits that he thinks this entire loop is punishment for the horrible things he has done in life. The movie strongly hints here that Charlie has probably been violent long before Anna. He is not simply a random killer. He may have spent his whole life hurting people. The priest explains that people always have a choice. He says Charlie can still decide who he wants to become. This conversation completely changes Charlie. For the first time in the movie, he cries. Instead of killing people during the next loop, Charlie begins helping them. He protects Anna from aggressive drug addicts, speaks kindly to the nurses, and convinces the cheating couple to go home and repair their relationships. The emotional weight of these scenes works surprisingly well, because after watching Charlie act like a monster for so long, seeing small moments of kindness suddenly feels powerful. It even starts seeming like Charlie may finally escape the loop by becoming a better person. Later that night, Anna finishes her shift and approaches Charlie outside. Unlike before, she voluntarily asks him for a cigarette and starts talking with him warmly. This moment feels strangely hopeful. For the first time, someone genuinely trusts Charlie. And that is exactly why the ending becomes so disturbing. As Anna gets close to him beside the truck, Charlie suddenly kills her anyway. The scariest part is that Charlie does not kill her out of anger this time. He kills her because deep down, violence is still his true nature. Even after endless chances to change, he still chooses evil the moment he gains real freedom again. But this time, the loop does not restart. The movie suddenly cuts to a massive science laboratory. Charlie wakes up screaming inside a machine connected to his brain. Anna, the priest, David, and several other people from the diner are revealed to be scientists and test subjects. The entire diner was actually a psychological simulation designed for criminals. The experiment was created to test whether violent offenders could truly change if given endless opportunities without real-world consequences. Charlie failed. Again and again, his natural instincts pushed him back toward murder and cruelty. The movie's final twist becomes even darker when we learn David and several others were also criminals trapped in their own simulations, which sometimes connected together accidentally. The scientist leading the project proudly presents the experiment to the public, claiming it can predict whether criminals are truly rehabilitated before release. Some people praise the system for protecting society. Others believe it is horrifying psychological torture. And honestly, the movie leaves both arguments feeling believable. That moral ambiguity is one of the strongest parts of the story because viewers are left questioning whether Charlie was being treated or mentally destroyed. In the final scene, Charlie is placed back inside the machine for another test. Blood slowly begins leaking from his eyes because his brain is deteriorating from the repeated simulations. As the drugs enter his system again, Charlie opens his eyes and finds himself back inside the diner. The nightmare has started all over again.